Okay. All right. Hail Mary, D.C. We'll take that. But hey, I did mention that. I said it was homecoming. It's HOMECOMING.
It's homecoming, y'all. Yes, sir.
Homecoming. I saw signs. I saw somebody had a banner up. They said it was grown coming.
People get real creative, man.
I said grown coming. Yeah. I said I understand. I understand that. But yeah, man, it had a very interesting weekend. And the reason I want to talk about homecoming is because I want to talk about homecoming. Exactly what it means. Because we like to represent HBCUs, and we like to talk about the significance of HBCUs for African Americans in this country and our education and how we've gotten where we are and why we should take pride in the HBCU near you. That's the motto we should all adopt. Take pride in the HBCU near you. And the reason I say that, I made the rounds this weekend, went by Hampton, went to Hampton, Norfolk, after party for their homecoming, then made my way down to the Liz.
Not the Liz.
Not the Liz.
Down to the Liz. Although we couldn't be here for the North Carolina Central's homecoming.
I held it down for you.
You held it down.
Pam held it down. Yeah, we was covering the whole state almost.
Yeah, we had them all. We had everywhere. We didn't make it down to Fayetteville, but we had some representatives there.
Yep, sure did.
Making it down there. But it was a special experience though. I was teasing Reese about being a celebrity for a day. But it is pretty cool, though, to be amongst, all alumni, all the people. And I was actually, do you know he was like the grand marshal of the parade?
I saw some videos.
First of all, let's be clear. I was not the grand marshal. I was just leading the parade. I was in a vehicle that was leading the parade.
You see how
the grand marshal was Dr. Kathy Edmonds, the chancellor, which was behind us in a convertible. But I was in the lead car, and I was waving. I did a couple, I threw some candy out the truck and stuff like that.
Why were you in the lead car?
It happened by accident. It wasn't planned that way. We rolled over there. And the chief of police for the city of Elizabeth City, good dude, man, great guy.
Yeah.
He's a maker, but he's still a good guy. No, he's a really good guy.
And by the way, if you want to talk about who won the Battle of the Plot,
what, Mac? Yeah, that's another topic.
Yeah, okay.
Because we went to the Capitol plot, we didn't explore everything. You know that thing, that big tent thing?
Yeah, but y'all got your food hidden all over there. You don't want nobody to see what's going on.
They don't.
Now, the Qs had the best fish. Their fish was on point, though. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Come on.
The fried fish, my goodness.
They were dropping so much. I said, just keep it coming.
Hey, it was embarrassing how good that food was. By the way, that's what he's talking about. So I was in the lead car. Didn't supposed to have. He was going to drop us off. He said, "Why don't y'all just stay in here and we'll just lead the whole parade?" I said, "Let's go."
Keep the party.
And you waved.
Keep the party. Oh, what? Straight wave.
Straight wave. Not straight wave.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Since one is top of waving, so we get. They got these golf carts that they have about that celebrities get on, people that's of importance. They get on and they ride around and they wave at the crowd throughout the game.
He was on a golf cart.
He was on a golf.
Oh my God!
Waving at the crowd. Hey, how y'all doing? Good? You good? You straight? You good? Straight?
I got you, man. I got you.
I got pictures. We was on there.
He did and that is so him.
I got the point. You good?
But it was a couple of people, like some guy, and I maybe he's listening, 919-906-200. A frat brother of mine that knew us from over there, so he said, "Why you got him on the back of the car?" he told me that.
I was just like, "Hey,
yeah, that's right.
I think I know you."
Yeah, that's right. So we was going through all the tailgates, and boy, that was crazy. You good, man? You straight?
You good? Everybody good? Yep. But
they on the back, no, the couple on the back waving.
He was on the back.
Princess Diana way, all that stuff.
Go ahead,
we all that people like, what's weird, it freaks me out for a minute. What was weird, people are actually like waving. Like,
yeah.
They waving back.
Yeah, they waving back.
They gotta be important. I don't know who they are, but they gotta be important.
I mean, some homecoming, they bring in celebrities. They brought in the sports shop.
That's it. That's all they needed.
They do part ways.
Yeah.
They do part ways.
I mean, the fact that we got a good relationship with the chancellor, that kind of helps.
Yeah, that does help.
That helps a lot. Next time, I'm going to have to go there. Because I couldn't hardly get in.
there,
I got stopped at the gate.
There
Wait a minute.
are some advantages to being the guest of the chief.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly right.
There are some advantages of being the guest. Of
I
the
got to
chief.
do better.
I was like, wow, so you got to drive us around everywhere we go?
Yeah, so we got our driver and everything.
I said, I can get used to this. I can get used to this. I said, you got to open my door, though. I don't need that. I don't need that.
I
I'm
walk
good.
2 miles. I get to the gate. They don't want to let me in.
No.
The sun is beaming. My experience was totally different.
Hey, my favorite. So at some point it's 2 minutes. So so I said I'll drive, and then the other two cars, so we just like a little convoy. We get there, we park.
We can park anywhere.
Anywhere, we just park anywhere.
Like
we just roll up.
we drive down one-way streets and just park right there.
Just park.
I mean,
so we park right. We sit there. And we just sitting there, and Louise like, what we waiting on? I said, we got to wait for everything to be ready.
Yeah, that's right. So they had to go in, got to go and check the place out, make sure we're good. Then, come on.
The detail.
Hey, green light, we good.
We're good. So he'll go to the door, he'll give me the sign. I said, all right, we can get out.
So we rolled in.
By
By the way, we rolled in. Then all of a sudden,
I get to be like the Reese.
we see JP the saxophone.
Yeah.
He was there before. We came down, hung out with us. Then we went upstairs and hung out with him a little bit. That was cool, man. It was good.
People looking
at
us like, why are y'all here?
I'm getting so jealous.
I said, wow, this is good. But I will say, though,
awesome.
Dr. Catherine Edmonds, thank you for all the hospitality. We really did enjoy ourselves. And,
it was fun.
You guys do a wonderful job. Elizabeth City State University is a great representation. You guys were telling me the story about, where they were a couple of years ago and where they are now with the enrollment and changing around.
Oh, my goodness.
But the reason I say some of this is because you forget how much stuff, in places like that mean to people on that side of the state.
That's a great point. And that part is northeastern, North Carolina,
right?
And all down that corridor. It's blue collar people down there, and the fact that this school was available for them to further education. Kmac's right. It was incredible.
Love it.
And it makes it real where they don't have to. The only way they can get is move forward, what have you, is to either go to ECU, or come all the way to Raleigh, or go to Greensboro, Fayetteville, somewhere to go to school. When you can go to school right here in their own backyard for people on that side of North Carolina. I think it's a tremendous thing, and I'm really appreciative that they didn't make the move that they were talking about years ago.
And by the way, we know a lot of people that's a product of that. Zach Hawkins is a product of ECSU. Alan Mason is a product of ECSU.
Yes,
Ray Brown. A bunch of people from that doggone school. And I saw some frat brothers who I didn't even realize, Bullock, they went to ECSU. I had no idea.
Yeah.
I went there. He said, man, we're here. I said, I had no idea. So it was
That's
cool.
awesome.
It was cool that way.
So it's tremendous opportunity, and the only reason I say it, I want to make sure I bring it up is because it resonates with me, which is why we don't take a nonchalant, a lackadaisical attitude when people talk about closing HBCUs, or demolishing an HBCU, or combining it with with a system or what have you,
right? And
taking the name of that HBCU, because the Pride Breakfast yesterday reminded me that this goes generations.
Oh yeah.
So we can't allow that level of our history to be erased, and that's the reason. That's the reason I feel like it's important.
Oh yeah. It was 1891. They started, and to this point though, it had peace and violence, and not too long ago they was going to close their school and open it up to the system schools like ECU, Elizabeth City, or something like that.
Right.
Take away all the culture, all the historical value that's been
all
put
the
into
history,
all the history,
blood, sweat, and tears that people put into
it.
You know what I mean? It's like, I don't know. I mean, you don't think about it, but that's why I say you got to visit an HBCU near you.
Yeah.
So that you can be reminded why we should never let things like that.
Never, ever.
Well, I'm glad I'm getting the history, but I'm glad you guys had such a great time, and I'm glad you were able to experience what it's like to, be the S with the dot.
I'm trying to tell you.
What's going on, brother?
And I saw you enjoying the breakfast.
I did
you were
enjoy
really
the
enjoying the music.
That was good. Reese was going to sing for a minute.
I was like, okay.
I was gonna sing, but you weren't there, so I can do that.
The choir did a really good job.
Oh, that choir, the alumni choir was awesome.
Kmac was really
I was into it too, man.
I was like, wow.
They go. They got a couple of national recording artists.
Yeah,
apparently
that's right. That's right.
Sing on the choir. They're very proud and they very professional.
Yeah,
so it was a great time.
But the school's in a good place. They got a great leader.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
And I think
congratulations, Dr. Edmonds.
I think they're gonna be just fine.
So our official winner, if you want to know who won homecoming, they all did.
They all did.
They all did.
That's why I said
they all did. They all did.
Yeah.
But don't you worry.